There's something about the Sigma INFJ that deeply unsettles narcissists. Is it their quiet strength, their unwavering sense of self, or perhaps it's their ability to see right through manipulative tactics? In this video, we're diving into the fascinating psychology behind why narcissists find Sigma INFJ so intimidating, and why these personalities represent a powerful challenge to narcissistic control. Understanding the Sigma INFJ personality. The rare and complex Sigma INFJ. Sigma INFJ are both introspective and resilient, blending the deep empathy of the INFJ with the independent, lone wolf qualities of the Sigma. As one of the rarest personality types, they embody a mix of intuition, self-reliance, and empathy that makes them stand out. Unlike other types, they're not driven by a desire for attention or approval, which throws narcissists off. Traits that challenge narcissistic control. Sigma INFJ are analytical yet empathetic, which means they often understand the motivations behind others' actions. For narcissists, this can be unsettling because it means their manipulation tactics aren't as effective. The Sigma INFJ's independence makes them less likely to fall into the validation traps narcissists set, giving them a unique psychological armor. Why narcissists are drawn to Sigma INFJ in the first place? The narcissist's search for supply. Narcissists seek out people who can fuel their need for validation, control, and attention. INFJ, known for their empathy and desire to help, can initially seem like ideal sources of narcissistic supply. However, Sigma INFJ present a complex mix. They're empathetic, yet detached, understanding, yet hard to control. This combination attracts narcissists but simultaneously frustrates them. The empathy trap. Empathy is a powerful tool that narcissists often exploit to manipulate others. But while Sigma INFJ are naturally empathetic, they balance this trait with keen intuition and boundaries, making it harder for narcissists to entangle them emotionally. Sigma INFJ won't blindly validate a narcissist's ego. Instead, they assess and question, an approach that narcissists fear and find difficult to handle. The core reason narcissists fear Sigma INFJ: intuition. A sharp sense of intuition. One of the defining traits of the Sigma INFJ is their powerful intuition. They can often sense when something is off before they have concrete evidence. This intuitive ability means Sigma INFJ can identify manipulation or deception early, cutting off the narcissist's control tactics before they can fully take root. Spotting lies and inconsistencies. Narcissists often thrive on deception, projecting false images of themselves to manipulate others. The Sigma INFJ, however, is adept at seeing through these facades. They pick up on inconsistencies and lies, refusing to take things at face value. For narcissists, this is terrifying. They're used to deceiving people easily, but Sigma INFJ see the truth behind the mask. The strength of independence and self-reliance. A deeply rooted sense of independence. Sigma INFJ don't rely on others for validation or support, which makes them hard targets for narcissists. They thrive in solitude, using time alone to recharge and reflect, which means they don't feel the need to stay in toxic or draining relationships. This independence disrupts the narcissist's control strategy, as Sigma INFJ are not easily isolated or manipulated. Self-validation instead of external approval. While narcissists crave constant admiration, Sigma INFJ don't seek approval from others. Their self-worth comes from within, allowing them to resist the narcissist's typical tactics of validation withdrawal. When narcissists realize they can't control a Sigma INFJ through praise or criticism, they often feel threatened and frustrated. Emotional boundaries and selective empathy. Setting and maintaining boundaries. Sigma INFJ are adept at setting emotional boundaries. They're naturally cautious about who they allow into their inner circle, and they don't hesitate to distance themselves when someone shows signs of toxicity. Narcissists struggle with these boundaries as they're accustomed to overstepping them to gain control. Selective empathy as a shield. While Sigma INFJ are empathetic, they don't let empathy override their own well-being. They're selective in their empathy, understanding that not everyone deserves or will reciprocate their compassion. This careful distribution of empathy makes it hard for narcissists to draw the Sigma INFJ into a manipulative, one-sided relationship. Calmness and non-reactivity, a narcissist's nightmare. Mastering the art of non-reaction. Narcissists thrive on drama and emotional reactions. However, Sigma INFJ often adopt a calm and non-reactive demeanor. Instead of reacting impulsively to provocation, they take time to process their emotions and respond logically. This level-headedness can infuriate narcissists who rely on emotional chaos to destabilize their targets. Using silence as a powerful tool. Sigma INFJ often use silence as a response to narcissistic tactics, refusing to feed into arguments or manipulation. This non-reactive stance can leave narcissists feeling powerless and exposed, as they are unable to provoke the Sigma INFJ into an emotional response they can exploit. Turning pain into wisdom. Learning and growing from painful experiences. Rather than letting negative experiences define them, Sigma INFJ use them as lessons for growth. They reflect on and learn from past relationships, which helps them recognize narcissistic patterns sooner in the future. This wisdom builds resilience, making them even less susceptible to narcissistic manipulation. Wisdom as a form of empowerment. Sigma INFJ empower themselves through self-education and personal growth. After a toxic relationship, they often seek to understand what went wrong, strengthening their resolve and ability to identify red flags. This ongoing journey of self-awareness and resilience equips them to resist narcissistic influence in future interactions. The power of self-respect and inner standards. Developing high standards. Sigma INFJ maintain high standards for themselves and others, refusing to settle for relationships that don't meet their criteria. This insistence on quality connections deters narcissists, who often target individuals they can easily dominate. The Sigma INFJ's high standards create a psychological barrier that many narcissists find challenging to breach. Inner standards over external pressure. Sigma INFJ don't bend to peer pressure or societal expectations, making them particularly hard to manipulate. They live by their own code, guided by inner principles rather than the need for external validation. This unwavering commitment to self-respect unnerves narcissists who are unable to shake the Sigma INFJ's sense of self. Emotional resilience and the power of healing. Healing from within. After a challenging relationship, Sigma INFJ turn inward for healing. They rely on self-reflection, journaling, and solitude to process emotions and regain strength. This internal healing process builds their resilience, making them stronger with each experience. Unlike those who seek immediate replacement relationships, Sigma INFJ use time alone to rebuild, which denies narcissists any chance of re-entering their lives, refusing to become a victim. Sigma INFJ refuse to see themselves as victims, choosing instead to focus on the lessons they've learned. This mindset keeps them from developing a victim mentality, which narcissists often exploit. Instead of dwelling on past hurts, Sigma INFJ move forward with greater strength and understanding, rendering them immune to repeated manipulation. The ultimate strength, self-love, and purpose. Embracing self-love. Perhaps the Sigma INFJ's greatest weapon against narcissists is their commitment to self-love. They don't look for validation or worth from others, but instead foster a deep love and respect for themselves. This self-assurance prevents narcissists from undermining their confidence or diminishing their self-worth. Living with purpose beyond relationships. Sigma INFJ are often driven by a sense of purpose that extends beyond their relationships. Whether it's personal growth, creative expression, or a career goal, they focus on passions that give their lives meaning. Narcissists fear this sense of purpose because it makes the Sigma INFJ harder to control and less likely to compromise their values for the sake of a relationship. In summary, narcissists fear the strength of Sigma INFJ because they embody qualities that disrupt narcissistic control. From their intuition and emotional resilience to their self-reliance and high standards, Sigma INFJ represent an insurmountable challenge for narcissists. In this video, we've explored the unique traits that make Sigma INFJ a powerful force against manipulation and control. If you're a Sigma INFJ, embrace these strengths and remember that your resilience and intuition are your greatest assets. Let us know in the comments if you relate to these Sigma INFJ traits or have your own stories of overcoming manipulation. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos on psychology, personal growth, and the Sigma INFJ mindset.